Hello, everybody. I'm back. I thought I'd just do a little video telling you what was going on. I feel like every time I start filming more videos, something happens, and then I end up not filming for a couple weeks or something. Like I feel like it's just excuses over excuse after excuse after excuse or whatever. But whatever. I just do this for fun anyways. I haven't been paid anything. So really it shouldn't be that big of a priority. It's just whenever I have the time, film something. I'm feeling pretty good now. A lot better than I was. My ear popped earlier though, and I feel like I'm talking all weird, like I'm through a microphone or something. It's really weird. Actually, it might be I can actually hear now, whenever before I couldn't hear. Maybe the popping was a good thing because I feel like I'm talking super loud, through a microphone or something. Anyway, I'm blabbing on and on. So today's Monday, August 12th. Not this Saturday, but last Saturday, the 3rd. I worked till 4. Everything was fine. I felt fine. And then around bedtime, around 9 o'clock, my ear, this ear, just started hurting super bad. Just felt like someone's taking an ice pick and just shoving it in my ear. Just bang, 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 bang. Just pain. Ooh. And I don't usually get earaches, and I haven't had earaches much since I was a kid. If I do have an earache, it's just a little short thing that lasts, 10, 20 minutes, oh, my ear, and then it goes away. And it's just a symptom of something else, like I'm getting a cold or something, and then I get a runny nose and headache and cold chills or whatever. But it's not something that lasts for a long time. Just something that happens briefly. But this earache just kept going and wouldn't go away. So I got some over-the-counter, ibuprofen or something, took it, and got a heating pad and laid in bed with the heating pad and the ibuprofen, and just somehow passed out, went to sleep, because I had work in the morning. And I was hoping in the morning when I woke up that it would be gone, but it wasn't. I woke up, my ear was still hurting. So I sat there, contemplated. It's can I make it through work or not? Took the over-the-counter ibuprofen again. Didn't seem to make any difference. I was supposed to work 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. that Sunday. I was I'm not going to be able to make it through work. I would just be I wouldn't be able to think. I wouldn't be able to function. I'd just be my ear. The whole time, I wouldn't be able to help people. I'd just be ugh. So I called in sick. And I was maybe if I take this day, rest all day, it will go away. So I just laid in bed all day, took over-the-counter pain pills and heating pad, and I also got eardrops, over-the-counter eardrops that I had bought for my daughter, but she never ended up using them, and they were for swimmer's ear, just pain relief. They worked a little bit better than the ibuprofen did. The ibuprofen didn't seem to do anything, but I was still just excruciating pain. Later that day, I realized that I hadn't ate anything for dinner, and the pain was so bad. It was I don't even want to mess with it. I was hungry, but I was I'm still just the thought of going downstairs, making something to eat was just oh, I just don't want to move. But I went downstairs, made a sandwich. I was walking around like a zombie with just this look on my face, this frowny look on my face, and just And I have a pretty high like pain tolerance, and I like hold it in and everything. One of my parents, I don't even know because I was in such a pain fog. One of my parents asked me something, a question or something, I don't know, and I just started bawling. I was just like, it hurts so bad. I can't stand it. It hurts so bad. And I was just crying. And I was trying to eat the sandwich. I think that's why they asked me, because I was eating the sandwich and I was just like, oh, oh. Because it hurt so bad. Like, if I tried to move my mouth at all, shooting pain would go up to my ear, like through my jaw, and it was just so painful. I couldn't hardly move my mouth, and the side of my face was swollen. My ear was all swollen up, like almost looked like cauliflower ear, and my jaw was like off to the side because it was swollen so bad. It was like really like crooked. If I tried to close my mouth, it was literally like this, like way crooked. Now it's straight again. I was a little worried that it wouldn't go back to normal because it was so bad. It didn't seem normal, like it would go back. I was like, my jaw's gonna be super crooked, messed up. And they were like, I think you need to go to the doctor. And I was like, yeah, I think I already came up with that idea in my head before that I'm going to the doctor. It's happening. it's going to happen. Because I'm the type, I don't go to the doctor unless I'm dying. Like, I live in the United States. It's expensive. I try to not ever go to the doctor. So I don't even have like a primary care doctor or anything. So I was just like, I'm desperate. I'm going to the doctor. I don't think anything over the counter is going to help me get over this. And I was scared of getting a bad infection that will go through your bloodstream or whatever and end up killing you or something. So next morning, I was supposed to work at 6 a.m. I knew that was not going to happen. So I called in sick that day to Monday. I set an appointment for the earliest time I possibly could to get into urgent care at 8 a.m. I was scared it was going to be something bad, like a tumor or something. Like it seemed worse than a normal thing, like a normal little ear infection or something. But she looked at me and was like, it's swimmer's ear. Normal case of swimmer's ear. I'm like, really? Swimmer's ear? This is just normal swimmer's ear. This is just fine. This is just, I'm not dying. Because it seems like I'm dying. She's like, no, I'll give you antibiotic ear drops to take twice a day. And she's like, do you need 800 milligram ibuprofen? And I was like, yeah, I definitely do. I was like, I'll take anything you give me. Literally anything. I'll take it. I'm desperate. And I was crying in the doctor's appointment too. I was like, thank you for helping me. That's how bad it was. I was so desperate for relief of any kind. And I tried to sit in my bed, when I was dealing with the horrible pain and tell myself, there's people that have it so much worse than me. There's people that literally have like their skin sloughing off, And I laid in bed, or I was in bed trying to go to sleep, couldn't go to sleep, so much pain. And I was like trying to tell myself, like, there's people that have it so much worse than me, and I shouldn't be complaining. This is just a temporary earache thing. It's not going to last forever. There's people that have ringing in their ears forever. There's people that are like always nauseous and dizzy all the time, like vertigo all the time that they have to deal with. People that have chronic migraines that never go away. And there's people that have like horrible diseases, or I don't know if it's a disease or what it's considered, but their skin is literally like sloughing off, and it's like horrible, torturous pain all the time, their whole life. People live in those, like they had polio and they live in those machines where it's just their head sticking out for like the rest of their life. They can't leave the machine. I saw a documentary about it. It was some guy that had been in this machine for years and years and years, and he looked so miserable. He had even went to college in this machine with just his head hanging out of it because he had polio. Anyways, I try to like tell myself these things so I can get through. But yeah, started taking the ear drops and the pain reliever, but I was still in tons of pain and still swollen up for several days. And I didn't work Tuesday, so I just laid around, tried to recover. Wednesday I worked at 6 a.m. and it was hard to get through that work day. I was on pain pills the whole time, and I was just like, eh. But I could talk again. I was starting to be able to eat normal foods a little bit better, and not just soup and broth and Jello, because I was getting sick of that. It's like, I want a sandwich or something. I just wanted something like a sandwich. It was something as simple as that, Worked Thursday at 6 a.m. again, and it was a lot better by then. It's like, wow, I can actually, I'm doing better. And then Friday I didn't work. By Saturday I was pretty well, like, I feel like recovered, kind of. But it still has little pangs here and there. It still feels a little weird. I keep getting this, like, almost feels like a neck cramp kind of shooting down through my neck. Like a cramp. Kind of weird. But that's what happened. And hopefully I won't get sick again anytime soon. But school is now back in session. My daughter's at school right now. And that is a place of disease and plague. So she brings stuff back from school, whole house gets sick, and it's just like an endless cycle of stuff. So fun. I really hope she doesn't get sick much this year, because she brought home a paper that was like, if your child has anything wrong with them, like runny nose, anything basically, we don't want them at school. I'm like, she will never be at school then. Well, if it was pre-K and kindergarten, she would have never been at school if she had to stay home all the times that she had runny nose or some sort of, she had like allergy type symptoms, I think, like allergies all the time. And they were constantly calling me saying, she's sick, she's got this and that. And I'm like, she's never going to be at school. I hate this. Like, when I was a kid, we didn't get to stay home from school ever. Like, the only time we could stay home from sick from school is if we had a high fever. Like, my mom would check our temperature. If it wasn't like 101 to 103, we're going to school. It doesn't matter if we're throwing up, runny nose, horrible headache, earache, anything. Go to school. I got perfect attendance many years. But nowadays, you can't go to school if you got any sickness whatsoever. I'm feeling a lot better now, and hopefully there'll be some videos coming now. I still have a lot going on. I'm working a lot, my normal job, daughter's back in school, so I feel like I have a little bit more like free time now, because she's at school. If I'm off work that day, if I work, then it kind of like takes away my free time. My job's kind of weird, like the scheduling, so I have to work a lot, and then I get a whole bunch of days off randomly. So right now, I'm kind of working a lot. This week, I had 2 days off, and they were spread apart, which sucks. Like, I had Monday off and Thursday off, which today's Monday. So I have Monday off and Thursday off, and that's it. And I always work weekends. Next week, I have 3 days off, so that's cool. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The week after that, it's kind of like I have 3 days off split apart. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Sunday I'm off, Monday I work. Tuesday I'm off, Wednesday I work. It's all over the place, but it works for me. It's an easy part-time job. Works for me as a single mom. You know, the hours are perfect for me the way it works. Unless they start making me work hours that I can't work, like in the afternoons and whatnot, then I'm going to keep this job for a while. I've been cleaning and organizing my room like crazy, and it's quite the task, because it's getting just crazy, like stuff piled up everywhere. I need like a bigger bookshelf because I don't have room for all my books. I have a book addiction. But I'm happy because I've had this library book that I could not find for the life of me. Mario. Could not find it. And it's been renewed like 16 times. Probably more than that now. That was the last time I checked it, which was a long time ago. It's probably like 19 times that I've renewed this book because I didn't have it and I couldn't find it. And I'm lucky though, because my library that I go to, the libraries that are near where I live, they don't have late fees anymore. They got rid of late fees. And it just like automatically renews your books. You don't have to come back in and renew them. It just automatically does it. Unless you get like, you check out a movie that's like a really new release movie, then it's like you cannot renew it. You can only check it out for like a week or two, and then you have to turn it back in. So it will not renew, and it will say, this is late, you need to turn it in, but you still don't get late fees. So that's awesome. But I still try to like abide by the rules, because I'm grateful that they don't give me, I think it's good that they don't give late fees. Probably not everybody cares about it, and there's a lot of bad people in the world, but to me it's like I'm grateful they don't give me late fees, so I try to turn them in even faster. Like I try to help out because I feel bad. And if you have a book checked out or a movie checked out that other people have requested, then it will say, you know, people are waiting for this book, they want to check this book out, so you need to turn it in, and it doesn't keep renewing it for you. But nobody's asked about this book apparently, because I've had it renewed so many times. It's crazy. And it's happened to me once before that I could not find a children's book that I had checked out. And I could have sworn, I was like, I know I turned it in. It must be a mistake on their side. I know I turned it in. I was like, this is driving me crazy because I always keep up with my library books and they're always in the same spot. When I go to turn them in, I put them in my driver's side seat of my car, and they're there, or they're in the floorboard on the passenger side front of the car. You know what I mean? And one day, so I could never find it. So I ended up paying for it. I paid for the book. $16 is how much it cost to pay for the book because I could not find it. So I was cleaning out my car like a couple months later, found the book underneath the passenger seat, up. Like it was under the seat, but like stuck way up underneath in like the metal pieces. Like it got pushed underneath the seat and then pushed up. I almost didn't find it, and I was like, it feels like there's something kind of loose. I was like cleaning deep underneath the seat, and then it fell down. I was like, what? It's a book. And then I was like, what do I do? I paid for the book. Can I turn it back to the library? They probably won't like give my money back and take the book back. I was like, whatever, it's been done. I just own this book now. So I own the book. And I was thinking I'm gonna have to pay for this book now because I can't find it anywhere. The first place I looked was under the seats of the car. I was all over under the car, and it's a smaller, thin book, so I was like, it's gonna be even harder to see. And I'm like, gosh, where could it be? But apparently, I had a big pile of papers on the back of my desk, like bills and random, receipts and things piled up, and papers for my daughter's school and everything piled up in a pile. And today I was like, I need to go through this, throw away things that need to be thrown away, and try to organize this better. And this book was just in the middle of the stack, hidden in the papers, just smashed in there. Yeah. I'm so happy and so mad at the same time that I don't know how it ended up there, why I put it there. Maybe I wasn't thinking it was a library book. I don't know why I put it there. It got piled up, it got lost. But now I can turn it in, and it's all good. I really need to read some books. I've been in a lazy reading book. Like, I want to read books, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to read a book. I don't have time for that. I don't. Wearing my Caroline shirt. If you're a fan of the Vampire Diaries, it's kind of stalkerish looking, but like, Caroline, I love you. I love you, Caroline. Anyways, these movie reactors I watched called Real Time, one of them had this shirt, and I loved it so much I went on Etsy, I think it was, and bought it. I liked that it was pink. And it had Caroline, my favorite character from Vampire Diaries. And she's on the spin-off, the originals. A little bit. I wish she was on there more. I wish she had went to the originals and her and Klaus had fallen in love and married and had a long life together. I'm a big shipper of Caroline and Klaus, but yeah, if you watch the show, you know what I mean. They didn't exactly, like, they had kind of a nice ending, but they didn't like get married and go off into the sunset together or anything like that. Okay, well, that's it. That's what happened to me. I had swimmer's ear, really bad, swollen up face, couldn't eat, excruciating pain, all of that stuff. M's back in school. I've been cleaning and organizing the room. And ready to get back into filming videos and things like that. Videos coming your way, hopefully. I hate to make any promises now because every time I do, things happen and, it doesn't go according to plan or whatever. But, see you later. Have a nice day. Please like and subscribe. Bye.